Hey there guys, Hunter here with Hunter Hunts Treasure, back again with a bit of a different video today. I do still have my $100. If you guys have been keeping up with the channel anytime recently, guys, the last video I went ahead and posted here on the channel was me going through and searching $100 worth of nickels. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything, so right now I actually do have just a solid bag of $100 in loose 2019 nickels. They were all 2019s, so that whole search was just a complete dud, guys. It was pretty sad. So just so I can get some content out to you guys, today I'll be going ahead and showing you guys what is in my coin book currently. So this is my little coin album right here. Got off Amazon for a few bucks, got it around Christmas time. So, I haven't been collecting coins for the longest amount of time, guys, but I have been searching for a decent amount of time. So I've been searching my own spare change. Of course, that's how any good coin collector needs to start, searching their own change, maybe searching family members' changes if they let you, and then see what you can keep and stuff like that. So I went through and basically searched all the change in the house that is possible to search. Found a couple of good finds, which I'll share with you guys today, and I found a couple of good finds coin roll hunting over the past few months. So just remember, guys, this is just my progress currently. I will make another video a month from now, maybe 2 months from now, just to see my progress in what I've found, so that I can look back at this and see like what banks have gotten me the most, how much I've found recently. So let's hop straight into it, guys. So opening up to the first page in my book here, I do have just my miscellaneous here. You guys will see how I sorted it out. So right here I do have both my Sacagaweas. They're the year 2000 Sacagaweas, guys, so I'll just go ahead and take it out. So I have a Cheerios, which is this one right here, and I do have the Wounded Eagle. This is, since there's two errors, this is minted with the P mint mark, guys, mint in Philly. So there are two errors and then a Cheerios when it comes to searching dollar coins, especially Sacagaweas. They have to be minted in Philadelphia to find any errors, guys, and also to find a Cheerios. So this is the Cheerios. I think you guys know what it looks like. This isn't the Cheerios. This is the Wounded Eagle one. I forget what the other error is, but this one in particular is the Wounded Eagle error. Go and slip that one back in there. There we go. All right, so next up I do have, let's see what I got here. All right, so the 2009 penny designs on the back. So right here is the first ever one I found. It's the cabin that Lincoln grew up in. It's pretty bad condition. Got a little smudge right there, a little black. I think I can clean that off. Later on in my coin collecting journey, I found a better condition one. And later on, I just made my collection. Here's the Lincoln Memorial. Here's him staying by the Lincoln Memorial. And here's him sitting on a log, carving out something. So got all the designs. That's also a thing you can start to collect, just so you can make up a little collection. Something cool. Might not be your interest if you're just looking for silver and certain stuff like that, guys. Still something interesting you might look out for. So moving on to the other two pennies right here. Let's go ahead and check it out. So opening it up, I have two wheat pennies. These are both 1952s. They're 1952s, minted in Denver, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, minted in Denver. Great condition. About as good as this 2009. As you guys can see, they're upside down right now. But this one's got a little smudge on his face, but I can clean it off. This one's got detail on the beard. The camera's not really picking it up. That one's got good detail. They're both 1952s. Pretty cool find. Next up, I have my coin that looks like it got shot. Let's get right into this one. So, flipping the page to, we're still on the first page, and there's got more pages to go, but there's not too interesting on those ones, guys, but this is just the first one. So right here is the coin. As you guys can see, the edges are, let's go ahead and just take it out here. Just give you guys a thorough look at what actually went down with this coin. It is a wheat penny. It's a 1938. Very bad condition. When I was pulling out of the roll, I saw that that something was definitely bad on the edges at least. Flipped it around. thought was something interesting and cool. I might want to share with you guys. So decided to add to my collection. Next, I have a 2016 penny, which I'm going to go ahead and take out for you guys right now. It is very rainbow toned. I don't know if the camera's really picking it up all that well. It kind of looks normal to the camera right there. It's very rainbow toned. Well, it's basically on the whole thing, but it's just showing on this one. This is the shield back. To normal, human naked eye, it's very rainbow. But to the camera, it's not really picking it up, probably from the light angle, stuff like that. Next, I have my series of 1919s. I have found 5 1919s in my journey. On the first page, I inserted my first ever 1919 I found while coin roll hunting. It's very bad condition. I found better conditions. It's not my oldest coin, but at the time it was my oldest coin. Quite the cool find for me, just getting into coin roll hunting. That focus in there, you guys can see it's a 1919. If it'll focus. Yeah, it's 1919. So then I do have 4 others that are in better condition. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. So let's go ahead. So you guys just know they are 1919s. Pretty good condition. This one's edges but bent in on the top. Next, let's move into, let's see that one. So right here. Let's see what coin this is. It's a 1944S. The first ever wheat penny I've ever found. Ooh, that's good right there. That's a good angle. Yeah, so you guys can see that. This is the first ever wheat penny ever found, ever added to my collection. So, as I was getting into searching, I didn't really know what I was looking for. I knew of wheat pennies, and I knew I wanted to get into looking for silver. And I knew about the edges and stuff like that. So, I was first going through my spare change. And I knew I was on the look for some wheat pennies. And my first ever wheat penny found was on my dresser. It's actually like 2 feet away from me right now. My dresser. And right on the top, I had a couple of spare change. Pulled one out. 1944S. So that is being kept right there. And this next one right here, let's go ahead and check this one out. Not sure what this is. Oh, it's a 19. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, no. It's the 1950. It's, not too sure why I put it in here. Because this was the third one I ever found, but the 1952, which I'm about to show you guys. Oh, wait, whoops. Was this the 1950 I just pulled up? Yeah, I think it was. And those ones, so that's the 44. That's that one. So what's this one? Is this the, let me check. Yeah, it's the 50. Yeah, so I might need to rearrange that one. Sorry, I was getting off track. Let's go ahead and see what this coin is. Take a little peek at it. Is this the 52? Nope, but it's the 55. A 55 is one of the first years I found. I'm pretty sure it's a 52. If it's not 55, I might be wrong. 55 might have been. I know there's a 52 right here. Let's go and see if it's this one. Is it? Yep, 52. Alright, so this is the second ever wheat penny that I had added to my collection. 52D. And next, I have a I already know this one, guys. This is 1982, small date, 75% copper. Extremely rare. Found this later on when I was looking at some coin videos. I went ahead and just noticed that this is a very rare error, and I happen to have it. My bad. So I happen to have it right here. Is the small date. Camera's not really picking it up, but it is small date. Now the small date in itself is not rare. It has to be 75% copper to be worth anything, guys. Alright, next up I have my 3 bicentennials. Now, I know they're not of too much rarity. They're more than their face value, of course. Cool design, only found 3. and I've searched a lot of quarters. Only finding 3, that's gotta tell you something. Decided to put it in this little row right here. Next up, let's get into my quarters. I'm pretty sure this whole page is just quarters, so let's go ahead and see what I got here. These first 2, don't really know what they are. Let's go ahead and flip the page. They're both meant in Denver. Okay, so Iowa and Missouri. Pretty cool. Right here, I have a near perfect, non-touched, basically untouched, 2004 Texas. Very great condition. Not even touched. And I have a Colorado. Yep, that's Colorado. It's a 2006 untouched. Very great condition. Next up, I have a 1988. Great condition. Also key for some doubling. Pretty sure it's a double die offer, so DDO. Okay, we can't forget about the spray paint coin. It appears to be spray painted. It looks a bit sketch. It is in 1989, so nothing too special about the year. Oops. So nothing too special about the year. Just thought it was a bit interesting, so I went ahead and put it in the book. This is 1982 with strong doubling. This is a really weird looking, kind of comes off as goldish, but I know it's not gold. It just kind of looks really weird. It's a 97. Now on the back is just destroyed, so thought I'd keep it. But I might replace that soon if I find some more silver to replace it with. 74, great condition. 65, just to remind me, and it's also pretty good condition. I found plenty of 65, so that the year before it would have been 90% silver. I found 2 Lowells. I need to do more research on them. I know they're key for doubling, but I didn't really go through and search for them. But I need to do more research in what the doubling is for. Next, we're going on to our nickel and dime page. Haven't really entered too many nickels into my book. But up here I do have War in the Pacific, and then 2 more 2019s, the first 2019s I've ever found. And I went through a lot of coin rolls to find 2019s, which is actually pretty impressive because now all I'm finding is 2019s. Now that it's 2020 and the production has, I don't really have confirmation of that, but I'm pretty sure it's already started, of course. So next I have a 64. Yep, just making sure. This one's a 60, yeah, just 1960. 62 is 59, and a 1940. Now, guys, with nickels, it's a bit weird because with nickels, from the year 42 through 45, which is weird because some websites and even PCGS says it was through 41 through 45, and other people and other websites say it was from 42 through 45. But yeah, so from those years, they're actually called war nickels, and they actually had 90% silver in them. Right here, I have nothing too special. It's a 1968 blue dime. Probably came out of someone's jeans that were stuck in there and probably got washed with it. Who knows? Next, I have another dime here. Let's go and check out what that one is. It's a 1982 with slight doubling on the back. Minted in Denver. Here we go. So moving on to one of my favorite pages. Let's just say this is my favorite page. I have a dime right here. Let's see what year it is. 1965, 1965, 1965. And got my first ever foreign, which is quite surprising. I've only found one foreign. It was in my spare change. It's DG Regina 2006 Canadian quarter. Next, I have both my steel wheat pennies. Now, guys, let me give you a bit of a lesson. If you're ever coming across a steel, or never mind, if you're ever coming across a 1943, stick it to a magnet. If it sticks to a magnet, it's worth more than face value, of course. Steel, and they were only made steel wheat pennies for 1 year, and that year was 1943, during the war, when they needed all the copper for bullets. Pretty cool history lesson. If your 1943 does not stick to your magnet, it's worth about $1,500,000. So be on the look for 1943s that aren't steel. They're actually made of bronze, which is extremely rare because they were in the testings, only about a couple thousand made. There's only 2 that people know of that are, people own. So next I have my 3 mercury heads. Now, of course, guys, mercury heads are not the hardest thing in the world to find. Now, they are silver, so it's a bit more tricky if you don't have any, like coin shops around to go get some quick silver, But these are my mercury heads. They're 1941, 2, 3, 41, 42, and 43, I'm pretty sure. And then right here I have a 1946 Roosevelt dime. So all 3 of these dimes are 90% silver because this is the first year coming off of the mercury head that they actually made Roosevelt dimes. So pretty cool. Next up, on my first ever and my only Indian head buffalo nickel. It's pretty cool. It has no date on it. It's very worn out. So it's nothing too special. It's very worn out. But also, dates on Indian head buffalo nickels are very hard. I don't know. They come off. You're gonna find a lot of no dates if you find more than one Indian head buffalo nickel. Next up, what is this? Yeah, this is my 1959D. Very good condition. The first year that there was not a wheat reverse. Now to the last page, guys. Let's see what we got. Got a very chewed up. Let's see what it is. It's 1985. Very chewed up. I found that one. Looks like it was thrown in a paper shredder. Something a bit bigger. I don't know why. Next, I have the year 200 Minton Philly without the last digit. So technically, it can be anything from the year 2000 to 2009. So obviously, it's not going to be 2010 and up. So not too sure what that year is. Might need to look at it under a coin microscope, but even then, you might not even be able to find full traces. It's completely empty to the naked human eye. It's Minton Philly, just the year 200. Next up, I have a very great condition. Now in the camera, it kind of looks like it's a bit rainbow toned. It's 1958, last year of the wheat reverse. Kind of cool. Yeah, it is a bit rainbow toned. Alright, so next up I have the year 2000 and Z Minton Denver error. 2000Z, half the 3 was weakly minted. It comes out to a perfect Z, step 3. Alright, up next I have a 1951 90% silver dime. It's a Roosevelt, nothing too cool. And then on my last coin in the book, my only Indian head wheat penny. And of course, it is the most common year. If you guys know anything at all about your Indian head wheat pennies, they have very common dates, and the date is 1903. Very bad condition. Might just need to be cleaned off. Yeah, very bad condition. 1903. I mean, an Indian head is an Indian head. Might be the most common year and the worst condition, but an Indian head is the Indian head. So I'm going to go ahead and end off today's video right here. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for in another few months, and hopefully I can have this book filled up with just all up-to-date, extremely rare coins. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end off today's video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you have a great rest of your day and night. Catch you guys very, very soon in the next one. Alright guys, so sadly, the video is not over yet. I'm sorry guys. So with this coin book, I'm sorry, I'm down lower, I lowered the camera. So, this coin book does not actually hold $half, if you guys noticed that. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys these couple of extra coins here. I have this in this little baggie here. They are actually holding my $half. So, video ain't over quite yet, but it will be soon if I can get these coins out. Here we go. Let's start out with this first one, guys. It's 1934 Walking Liberty, sorry. It's a Walking Liberty, 90% silver. Pretty good back, $half. Next up, I have, let's go ahead and show you guys this one. It's a 1999 with Kennedy. I'm gonna call it. Alright, so it's a Kennedy $50. Pretty good condition. It's not 9% silver, guys. 0% silver. If you guys haven't noticed the error yet, you might want to look a bit harder. In his face. Now this is a fairly common error. Surprised I found it out of all the errors. It's actually Kennedy getting punched in the face. So when you run your finger over it, you can feel all the, normal just printings of his face right here. And then you feel a giant indent where his cheekbone, his grin's supposed to be, and it just keeps on going. Just this big indent. It's actually an error from the mint. His cheekbone got pushed down too far, and it comes out to this. Looks like he kind of has a tumor on his face. There's something in his cheek. I mean, pretty interesting error. Now last, since I only have 3 worth showing $50, here's my last one, guys. It's 1916. Very bad condition, extremely worn. Walking Liberty. $50. And that's that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you have a great rest of your day or night, and I hope you guys enjoyed.